Back at it again, Dougie Fresh. Look at that. Look, Cheyenne Woods. Hi. How are you?
What's up? What's up, Doug? I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. No, I'm good. You know, we got an interesting topic. We have an interesting topic this week. I'm not even going to take it back. We're doing it on video now, so we can't edit and sound
This is
fantastic.
live, real
I know,
and raw.
This is some BS, but it's okay though. It's not. Yes, BS. This is not birdies. But look, as we've gone through this last year, this last era, this COVID-ness, you know, socially distanced became a buzzword, buzz term, and golf kind of adopted it because people suck most places. And so being socially distant was something that automatically came with playing the game of golf. Just happened. But we're starting to see some trends in the game. I don't know what you're seeing out there, but I do want to talk about a couple things. Want to get your take on what you're noticing in this pandemic I don't know where we at right now, this vaccinated pandemic state.
Yeah, we're kind of in the unknown space of, are we going to have a normal life or are we going to stay in the house for another 2 years? I don't mind staying in the house though. And that actually goes along with a lot of trends that I have been seeing is at home, in the house, training aids. I think it's a trend that's going to stay because I think people are realizing that I can get a lot of work done on my game in the house and never have to go to the golf course, pay for golf balls or whatever the case is. But I love the trend.
I never thought that training aids was, it makes total sense. Complete sense.
I mean, you always see the people, out on the range with their sticks and toys and whatnot. But obviously during quarantine, when you're stuck in the house, there have been so many companies that have just blown up because people need their golf fix at home. So whether it be a training aid or I've seen so many commercials for, I know it's expensive, but at-home simulators. People are addicted, and these training aids at home, I think, are helping their addictions. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the training aids I saw kind of boom was the perfect putter mat. That absolutely just took off over COVID. I mean, I feel like everybody has one. Dustin Johnson's using it. I'm using it. You got one. Like it's that thing. So if we come out of this and people still suck at putting, it's on them.
No excuse.
It's on them. One thing I've noticed, Shot, and we've touched on it in the previous, conversations, just you and I, but let's put it on here in Birdies Not BS, is we're seeing the game kind of grow. That's a trend that I'm noticing is the growth of the game of golf. What I found interesting was the National Golf Foundation put out a study that said more black and brown girls ages 8 to 12 are coming into this game in numbers like they've never seen.
Because they've never seen numbers. There were never black and brown girls that played before. And that's what we've been trying to do. I never had I never saw the representation when I was growing up playing, but it's awesome to see that is the area that the game is growing because we want to have that representation. We want to have girls out there playing this amazing game that we all love.
I'm concerned about, and we're going to stay on topic, but I'm concerned that there may not be enough people to support this subset of people coming into the game because no one looks like them. That's like my fear. It's like they need Cheyenne Woods. They need Ginger Howard, Shasta Everhart. They need y'all in the game to see and be able to touch. So I hope that's not a miss in this era because, in 97, we saw the Tiger boom. Men came into the game, but now we're seeing, a different type of boom where young ladies are coming in. And I just hope that more and more coaches at these first tees or wherever they're coming in actually look like us.
I think the one good thing about this trend that we're seeing is that, like you said, we had the experience of Tiger in 97 and people are wondering, well, what happened? Like, where did we go wrong to not have that influence have an effect on golf 20 years later? So hopefully we're learning from our mistakes 20 years ago, 30 years ago, to where now we can have programs and people and influence in place so that these girls, these young kids have the support they need to continue the growth within the game.
Yeah. And, we're going to touch on it later too, here in the fashion part of our show. But when we talk about golf fashion, I'm noticing trends and I want to be specific. I'm talking about the shoe trend, this whole spikeless revolution. And I'll be honest with you, I got a couple pairs of golf shoes that I wear just like to work out and go to the grocery store in because they fly, they comfortable. But like it's almost like this functional, golf shoe era is being ushered in. I kind of like it.
I love it because I'm always forgetting to bring like my slides or my tennis shoes for off the course. So if I've got to run into the grocery store after my round, I'm not click clacking around and people are looking at me crazy in my my golf shoes. I have my Air Maxes on and I can just kind of like stroll in. Yeah. I had a guy pull me aside and ask me where I got them because he thought they were tennis shoes. And I proudly said that they were golf shoes.
I would have paid
and that they
like
still look good coming off the golf course. But it is a trend. They're comfortable. They're stylish. You can sneak off to a restaurant or a grocery store after your round and nobody would know.
What I like about it is you don't have to change your shoes in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of less work.
Me.
It's simpler way of living. And that's all we want.
Yeah.
But speaking of simpler, and this is a not so simple trend that I've been noticing. And I've never been a tinkerer, but in the days in the world of Bryson DeChambeau now, there's a trend of people tinkering with their iron sets, tinkering with longer drivers. We've seen Bryson try to get as much distance as possible, and now it's a trend. How can we get more distance off the tee? And a lot of people are going for the longer driver. What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely a trend, and it's here to stay. I mean, there's different manufacturers that are trying to figure out how to make the tips of a shaft to stay as stiff as they can as they're adding more and more length. The adage that the longer the arc, the more speed, the further you can hit it potentially with, faster golf swing, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Here's one thing that we do know. It's been confirmed. Check the data. Shorter drivers go straight. Can't really argue that fact. It's just, that is reality. So the question I have with that trend, though, is are we giving up accuracy in this quest for distance? And I'd rather play from the fairway than the rough, but I will say it's easier to play from the rough if you're closer to the greens.
With a wedge in your hand.
So there's that balance, that dynamic, but that's here to stay. That's a trend that's going to be here. But along with that, Shy, to kind of coincide with that, is the tech, like the golf technology, the launch monitors, the applications that are, following you around the golf course and telling you your stats. I saw a ring the other day that's supposed to work like Fitbit and all this other stuff. And it's like the golf tech space right now is nuts.
That's insane.
It's booming. Like you said, people with their home simulators, that's technology. Like people using tech. And, I saw an app where you can like calculate your strokes gained without having to put in any data. It just,
oh my gosh,
it uses the mic on the phone. They listen when you was hitting the shot. So it knows like whenever it hears the shot click and there's some type of movement in an area, this I've seen it. It's nuts.
I don't know about all that.
The phone knows where you were and will show you on a 3D map that you hit a shot from here and it was here. The next time you
so there's no cheating anymore, you guys out there. We're gonna know that you had a 6, not a 5. The phone is gonna tell us exactly what you're doing over there in the woods.
But it's gonna make golf way cooler though. Think about playing a tournament or a member guest or a junior event. If you can have your phone in your pocket and the phone's calculating all this stuff and reporting to like a scoreboard or something.
Yes.
Like that's just live score.
That's insane. Playing on tour this year, I've played a few Monday qualifiers, and even on the European tour, we have our phones as our scorecards. And after every hole, instead of keeping your score, you put in on your phone what your score is, and it does go to live scoring. So there are apps that are now being integrated into tours to where you're using your phone in the middle of the round and putting in live scoring leaderboards. And
I love it. In section events, they do that. And different events, you got to report to someone who has the phone.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with that more.
But tech and golf is not going anywhere because we're all a bunch of nerds. We love the numbers and the gadgets and anything to help us gain that one or two shots.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like there's so much going on. Like, and now we're in this green space in our society. So now different courses are trying to redo their chemical allotments to be greener, to be browner. Brown is now the new thing in a lot of golf
Is
courses
it
that you're going to
really?
run into. Yeah, you go play, Bandon Dunes and some other courses kind
I
of,
do like how that looks. Like I always love
yeah,
playing
Chambers
playing
Bay.
Phoenix courses in the winter because you get that yellow, burned out dormant grass, and then you get that nice
That,
green plush grass. It just looks so good.
oh,
I'm with that.
yeah, it's just, I played a course in Martha's Vineyard, completely green golf course. They burn the clover and things that grow in the fairways. They actually
Oh,
burn it
okay.
out. They don't actually, they don't come with chemicals to spray it. So there's
Wow.
like black spots all around the greens. They let animals graze out there to try to keep it. It's a phenomenal golf course,
Interesting.
Vineyard Golf Club, and it's dope. Like, I mean, but that just goes to show where we are in our society right now, Shy. It's
Yeah.
something that um we're all paying attention to. I know you're paying attention to it in your life, but it happens.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's so many trends in the golf world, it's hard to keep up. But one thing too that I've noticed this year especially is shoot, I just had it on the top of my head. Oh, equipment. I was going to talk about equipment again because we play professional golf, you've played professional golf. Obviously, you see these guys attach themselves to contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Big contracts signing, whether it's 10 clubs or 9 clubs or 14 clubs to these companies. And now you're seeing more and more people cut that off and be what we call free agents.
Yeah.
And I think that goes to show the freedom of like, there's no one company that has everything right, especially as an amateur golfer, we all have mixed bags. But it's just interesting to see if professional golfers kind of turn down that big paycheck for the freedom to play what they want to play.
And you know what I'm gonna expound on that, but I want to point to another trend that kind of makes sense to say now and that's the trend of custom club fitting.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're starting to see is this rise of these club fitting companies that have all these aftermarket shafts, and they have all the brands that you can hit together and test together in an environment where you can see the data from the tech that we just talked about, and you can make educated decisions. Look, one thing that people need to understand, especially me working in the custom fitting space, every club is great. Every club is good. Everything that is made is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be amazing for that individual. See, and that's where it comes down to the tour player. So if I buy XYZ driver versus ABC driver, what are the difference between these two? And if this one's better, but they're going to give me more money, do I want to earn that bread on the golf course, or do I want to go ahead and take it up front? That's the question to your point. And I you look at a guy like a Brooks Koepka, and Brooks said, "The hell with the money. I don't care about the money. I'll win the money on the course playing with the best equipment for me."
Right. Exactly. And you're not tied down to always every year put the newest product in. I know some guys, some girls out there that have Nike irons or woods from 6-7 years ago that they just love and they don't want to replace. So I've never been a tinkerer. I like what I like, and I'm going to keep using it until it doesn't work for me. So I do really like that free agent mindset and just strategy of playing what works and not being tied up with a contract where you're being told what to play.
And you're being told what to wear. You got to wear the hat. You got to play the ball. Like, that's the thing. You got to play the ball sometimes. Like, who wants to switch golf balls? Not you've got a history with a ball and equipment.
Right. And I think it's an interesting point for amateurs as well, who think they need a set of one company, from driver to putter. I'm going to get, everything. Whereas
we're interrupting this episode because Shy and I want to tell you about something that's changing the way that we practice putting at home.
That's right. We use the Perfect Practice putting mat, which is trusted by more than 100 tour pros.
The Perfect Practice putting mat makes it easy for you to practice at the crib or at the office. Plus, it's kind of dope too. Like, you can display it proud, like have it wherever you want to, but just use it before or after you're around and you'll make more putts.
If you're serious about shooting lower scores and you just want to stay in the house, the perfect putting mat is what you need. It's the one golf item you'll buy this year that will change your game.
Go to perfectpractice.golf and use the code Birdies Not BS to save you some loot. Hey, you're gonna save 15% on your order. Who don't want to do that? Head to perfectpractice.golf to start draining more putts.
The reality is, again, you play what works, and a lot of times you play what works for your pockets too. Golf is expensive. Yep. You don't need a full set of 14 clubs just because they all come from the same box, the same company.
That used to be swaggy. Like when we were younger kids, like if you had every club in the bag match, when I was a younger kid and I saw that dude on the range, I either knew he had bread or he was really freaking good.
That's true.
Or she.
Yes.
I knew that was like true. The mark of a really good player was like, all my shit match.
Yep.
And now it's kind of the opposite. Like the whole narrative is switched when it comes to, it's like, oh man, he got this club from that company and this set of irons from this. When are we going to see a person that has a different iron in the bag with a different shaft? Like that's like the next level. It's like
that's going to be Bryson's next move. He's going to be the one that just kind of breaks the mold and gets people, my 6-iron is, my 6-iron's Titleist with this shaft, but my 7-iron, I love this PXG 7-iron. So I'm going to put this in here. That would be crazy.
Now you tried this before it was a trend, but now more and more people have tried it. Now it is a trend. Arm lock putting.
Oh, I kind of tried it.
You kind of, you tried.
I went through a phase.
Yeah.
But it's a thing.
I thought it was a phase. I thought it was something that, I hear it's like going black. Once you go arm lock, you don't go back.
I believe it. Because when I did try it very briefly, I loved it. I've always putted left hand low. I love just everything staying quiet, feeling locked in. I love the trend. I love that it's going to stay. We've seen a lot of guys on tour with success. Mm-hmm. Who was it? Matt Kuchar has been arm locking.
Bryson.
Forever Bryson.
Webb Simpson revived his career.
Yeah. It's crazy because once you get into something that works, you're confident. That's all it takes. You get the ball rolling.
I'll tell you, I got 2 more trends before I bounce. You got time for
You are just so trendy today. Jeez.
I'm just saying. That's the first time I've ever heard that. So let me just take a moment.
So trendy.
Super trendy. Call me trendy. I'm not going to say the next word because that's a company that we don't represent. So I'm not going to say, I'm trendy golfer.
Anyways.
I done forgot the damn trend as I'm trying to build
2
it up,
trends. Shot. Man, I put you on the spot. And you...
I was super swaggy and forgot my damn trend. But look, here at the end of the day, when we're talking about these trends and these fads and these new things that are coming out, you've got to try it and dismiss it, right? If wearing joggers is for you, then that's for you. Shout out Joe Hooks, who has his ankles out 100% of the time. But that's his thing, you know what I mean? And I rock with Joe for that. But that's the only person I can think of has his legs out. But it's one of those things where try it. If it fits on you, keep it there. If not, if the tech stuff ain't for you, you an old school person likes to pace off the sprinkler heads, do you. Keep doing that if that's what's been working. I think what we all either have done or can do is get caught up, Shy. Have you ever been caught up in any of these kind of trends, like where you're like either testing out a whole bunch of clubs or trying a bunch of stuff and it's just not working out for you? Like how have you managed to stay level?
I will say in terms of equipment, I'm not one to follow a trend. I'll try it, I guess. Just to see how it feels. But again, I'm not a tinkerer. So I'm always hesitant to change something in my bag or even my swing if it's too drastic. But in terms of apparel, I will try out a trend and see how it feels, see how it looks. But the one that I just can't get with is, you said ankles out, joggers. That's just not my thing. Can't do it. I don't mind ankles, but the joggers, I don't know. I feel like I'm wearing pajamas, which is comfortable, but I just don't think it's always flattering on everybody. And
everybody. I like how you said that.
Everybody. And I'm just not comfortable in it. So when you play golf, you want to be comfortable, you want to be confident. And I would much rather wear a nice little skirt or some pants.
Well, there you go. Hey, I love that you talked about shirt and pants because we got a new segment right now. It's time for our brand new piece. We added it here on Birdies Not BS, and that's Fairway Fashion. So let's get right to it.
Take some time. You like it when I take.
So we have a brand new segment to Birdies Not BS. I'm super excited about it. Fairway Fashion, where we're going to bring in a stylist, fashion correspondent, so that we know what to wear, what not to wear, what trends to follow. And hopefully you guys can figure it out too. But Doug, let them know who she is.
Yeah, special guest with us, man. Taria Palmer was coming into Birdies Not BS. What can I say? She's all things fashionable. Look at this woman. She's absolutely fabulous. I don't know if that's going to work on the golf course, but look, Taria has been my personal stylist off the course. So if you see me in golf clothes, that's me. But if you see me off the course and I look whack, it's her fault. But Taria, welcome in here to Birdies Not BS.
Doug, you look good. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited about this. This is
Absolutely.
totally new for me.
That's good. That's good. So we got to talk about it because right now, Cheyenne and I both know there's this move in golf to be, what's it called? Lifestyle, right, Shy? It's lifestyle brands where you can go to the courses and go to the bar, go to church, go to wherever the hell you want to go. Right. So right now, we need to know from you, like, what's going on out there? It's springtime. It's after Easter. It's like, can I wear pink and purple now? Like, how do I keep my swag right?
So I love that you mentioned pink because one thing that we're really seeing trending right now is color blocking with pink. So if you want to wear
color blocking, let's stop here.
Color blocking. That's a good question. So color blocking is like where you wear 2 or 3 colors and you just wear those colors. So you'd wear like pink and orange or pink and red.
So that works.
Color blocking.
That works.
Both of those color combinations can work. Especially, I really love pink and red together. It sounds like Valentine's Day, but when you wear it, it's just such an amazing look on the eye, right? It looks really good on. So, and it definitely would look good on the golf course. Yes.
Yeah, that would. I'm just trying to imagine, okay, a pink shirt and a red skirt. Mm-hmm. I would try it.
Or you could wear like a pink top and like red cropped pants.
Okay. That's
and you
cute.
Could even do like a pink shoe with it. So that's color blocking. So see how like your top is one color, then your pants are one color, and your shoes match one of those colors.
Okay.
All right,
that's what's considered
blocking colors.
Color
blocking. Make sure.
Doug, you gonna be rocking the pink and red and orange this season?
I don't know. It depends on what Taria tells me to do. But no, Taria, what's going on? How can we stay fly on and off the course?
So this is going to sound crazy, but one of the ways you could stay fly on the golf course in the spring is to wear a sweater vest. They are trending, and they're trending in a lot of ways. Like you could just wear your regular sweater vest, right? And have a cute crop pant. Or you can get like, for like women, you can get like an oversized sweater vest. Like say you go thrifting or whatever, and you want to buy an oversized one and like belt it and wear it that way.
That's cute. I like that a lot, actually. And it's
have like a light V-neck underneath. Okay. Right. And it feels very golfy. Like it doesn't feel like you're still like in line with like what's traditional for golf, but you're also like kind of pushing the limit a little bit. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I'm sure there'll be some pictures that pop up of these, but yeah. So that's like super cute. I've been seeing that. Love that. What else? Like monochrome. So that's like wearing one color.
Oh, I love
y'all
that.
Seen that?
Like from everywhere. Like she's talking about like Dustin Johnson on Sunday, child. You know, he wear the same color, everything. You know,
head to toe. I always think that looks so sharp too. It does. Clean.
It looks super sharp. We saw, who did we see do that recently? Michelle Obama for the inauguration. Remember she got on that oxblood color from head to toe.
That's how you know she a stylist. It was an oxblood. What the hell?
It's not maroon. It's not red. It's oxblood.
Well, and Jill and Joe Biden, they're see, I said Jill first because ladies first. Their nieces and their grandkids, they all had on monochrome colors. They had like pink again. They had on like the pink coat and the pink dress, or like the beige coat and the beige dress. So like monochrome is really trending for both men and women now. And like the color that you're wearing, Cheyenne, that blue, that would be a perfect color to do a monochrome look with, because it's just so bold. And it would be like super sharp. So you could go out on the golf course with like a light sweater, like a short sleeve sweater, say in that color. Again, I'm loving the crop pants trend, like a blue crop pant, and you'd be cute.
I love that.
When you say crop, dudes wearing crops, like, because I'm seeing guys out here nowadays with their ankles out, and like, I don't know how I feel.
Doug. That's having your ankles out. It's okay.
Look,
I'm ashy.
Like, Doug, I was about to say, Doug, you
can
have your ankles out, but you got to bring some lotion.
Y'all need a lotion sponsor.
Doug needs a lotion sponsor.
I just feel like I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy this segment if my ash is a topic of discussion.
Well, you brought it up.
So that's the thing though. So we saw joggers last year kind of engulf Taria. Is that something that's here to stay, or is that gone? Where are we at with the crop?
Oh yeah, with the joggers again. You'll see. I love joggers, and you know why joggers have gotten so big? Because of COVID. Like people wore sweatpants. So much that like they translated joggers from like sweat joggers to other fabrics, and now
people probably put on a little bit of weight too, and joggers are just comfortable for all.
They're flattering, they're comfortable.
I can't see me from waist down. I got on some joggers right in this moment. But
listen, I do too. So it's just like part of our culture now is this like this jogger look. It's very 90s, which is also in. So like you can get joggers in pretty much any kind of fabric, any kind of like bold print that you want, and pair them with just like a plain shirt. And again, it's a stylish look that doesn't, it doesn't have to break the bank, and it also just looks good. It just looks cute.
Well, Taria, thank you so much for stepping in here and talking about a little fashion, a little swag. Get your swag right this year. Hey, right here, Birdies Not BS. We're going to have Taria on here reoccurring so that we can talk about fashion, so we can keep you looking right this season on and off the course. Taria, we appreciate you, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Hey, yo, shout out to Taria Palmer for coming in here, holding us down, trying to get our swag right. Shy, I think she's going to have some people looking really fly this year. I'm glad we added that little segment in, man. It's going to be dope.
I'm so excited about that because I'm over here taking notes. Like, what can I ask Nike for? Because Taria told me that I need to wear this on the golf course.
Yeah, you need some monochrome on some whatever
some color blocking.
This is all new information. But you know what? I'm gonna have to order some like hats to match my socks and like shoes and switch it all up. I don't know about the pink with the purple though, or excuse me, the pink with the red. I'm gonna see you do that first.
Try it. Don't knock it till you try it. I'll try it. I will definitely try it. If Nike's got some of those colors, in the lineup this season, you'll see me rocking it.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, listen, subscribe, follow Birdies Not BS, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Sean knows the URL.
birdiesnotbs.com. You caught me off guard. birdiesnotbs.com. And obviously social media, you know where we're at.
You know where we at. So, we'll holler at y'all next week. Holla.